Hey everybody, and welcome back. In this video, we are building a simple like button that adds one more like when you press it using HTML and CSS. It looks very simple and easy. Let's see it. It has the heart icon with gray like color and a counter to the right side. And when I click on it, the heart becomes red and the counter changes the namer from 68 to 69. Here, both heart and counter is fully animated. So in this video, we are going to learn how can we create this, and I'm sure you are going to learn a lot with this simple project. So sit back, relax, and follow along, and don't forget to like. Let's dive in. We begin inside the body of the document. Everything visible on the page will live right here. The first thing I add is a div with a class called like button. This div is going to act as the main container that holds the entire like component. Inside this container, we start with an input element. This input is a checkbox, and it has an ID called heart. I also give it a class named on. This checkbox will not be visible to the user, but it will control all of the interaction and animation when the button is clicked. Right after the input, we add a label. This label is connected to the checkbox using the for attribute. So when the user clicks the label, the checkbox state changes. This is a common trick to create interactive UI elements without JavaScript. Inside the label, we place an SVG icon. This SVG represents the heart shape. Using SVG allows us to scale the icon cleanly and change its color using CSS. Alongside the icon, we add a span that displays the text likes. This gives the button both an icon and readable text. At this point, we have the core structure of the like button in place. Next, we continue inside the main container. After the label, we add two span elements. Both of them share the class like count. The first one also has the class 1, and it displays the number 68. The second one has the class 2, and it displays 69. These two numbers will be used to create the counting animation when the button is clicked. And this is how it's looking in the browser. So now, with the HTML being finished, we move into the CSS to style our awesome button. First, we target the body. We remove the default margin, set the height to the full viewport height, and use Flexbox. We center everything horizontally and vertically, and we apply a font family so the text looks clean and modern. Next, we select the heart input. We set its display to none. This hides the checkbox from view while still allowing it to control the interaction. Now we style the like button container. We set its position to relative so child elements can be positioned inside it. We change the cursor to pointer, use Flexbox, and define a fixed height and width. We round the corners, apply a dark background color, and hide anything that overflows the container. We also add multiple box shadows to give the button a soft, pressed, three-dimensional look. Then we style the label itself. We give it a width that takes up most of the button. We use Flexbox again to align the icon and text, space them evenly, and make sure the label remains clickable. We move on to the heart icon. We give it a muted gray fill color and define its height and width so it fits nicely inside the button. Finally, in this section, we style the like text. We set its color to a very light gray and apply a specific font family so it stands out clearly next to the icon. Next, we move on to styling the like count spans. We select the like count class and set its position to absolute so it can sit on the right side of the button. We align it to the right, give it a width that takes up the remaining space, and set its height to match the button. Flexbox is used again to center the number both horizontally and vertically. We set the text color to a soft gray and add a border on the left to visually separate it from the like section. A transition is added so any movement or color change feels smooth. We then target the second count specifically. By default, this one is moved downward using a vertical transform. This places it out of view so it can slide into place later during the animation. Now we focus on the checked state of the checkbox. When the input is checked, we target the like icon inside the label. The fill color changes to a red tone. We also trigger an animation called enlarge, apply a short animation duration, and add a transition so the effect feels responsive and fluid. Next, we define the keyframes for the enlarge animation. At the start, the icon is scaled down to half its size. At the end, it grows slightly larger than normal. This creates a popping effect when the heart is clicked. After that, we handle the second like count when the checkbox is checked. Its transform is reset so it moves into view, and its color changes to a bright white so it stands out clearly. Lastly, in this section, we target the first like count when the checkbox is checked. This one is moved upward using a vertical transform, sliding it out of view and completing the illusion of the number increasing. At this stage, all of the CSS rules are now working together. The transition property on the like count ensures that the movement feels smooth instead of instant. The ease out timing makes the animation slow down naturally as it finishes, which helps the interaction feel polished. Because the like button container is set to relative, the absolutely positioned count elements stay locked inside the button instead of drifting around the page. Overflow hidden keeps the sliding numbers clean by hiding anything that moves outside the button area. The checkbox remains invisible the entire time, but its checked state drives every visual change. When it is unchecked, the heart stays gray, the first number is visible, and the second number is hidden below. When it becomes checked, the heart changes color, the animation runs, the first number slides up, and the second number slides into view. All of this is done using only HTML and CSS. No JavaScript is required. By combining hidden inputs, labels, sibling selectors, transforms, transitions, and keyframes, we are able to create a fully interactive like button with smooth animations and clean visuals. This completes the setup of the component, and from here you could easily customize colors, sizes, or animations to fit your own design. That's it for this part of our tutorial video, and if you enjoyed, please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Okay, see you in the next project.